Coach Sean Hoppy, Mia Moore, and Demira Tights. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Clemson, you defeated two ranked teams a year ago. You shot a 43% from the field, 35% from three, and set a program record with 228 made threes. We know that's part of your system. You're now recruiting and getting players familiar with your system. What do you expect to see them?
That record was got much bigger, but I think we can play a little more inside out. Obviously, easier for a reason. She's added a big dynamic to us inside, but we've just gotten even more skilled on the perimeter. So I think that we're going to play a little bit quicker in space with the idea that three is still worth more than two.
Sean, I think fans love to see systems like the three, fast pace, but there's a balance there to find post players, such as Miss Hines here, that can run the floor, spread the floor, but also defend down low. Can you talk about that dynamic when it comes to recruiting and how important she is to your system?
Yeah, I mean, when she came on a visit, that was exactly what we showed her. Is that when you put around you how to play, you will get one-on-one coverage. And it'll make it very difficult for people to come double and play two on you. When they play for each other with each other, but if you own the thing, have the presence for yourself, you get a lot of one-on-one coverage. In her career, she's been really, really good when that's happened. And so I think it was a wonderful fit.
Might as well have to.
All summer and preseason. But it just has a totally different
Did
dynamic to
this
us.
not work?
Yeah, we want to shoot a lot of threes, but we don't want to live in that. And sometimes she's so unselfish that she's trying to kick it back out. Like, whoa. Like, just score the ball. You know, it's been a lot of fun to watch that relationship.
Miriam, we heard this side of the recruiting visit. What did you hear in terms of this system, and what's the impact you feel like you can make on this program?
I definitely did want to because I felt like I could fit with the system and how I play. There are a lot of things that he's added in for us winning since we got there, so that's been really exciting to kind of like run through getting my practice guys and everything. I just think there's a lot of positive towards his perspective of how we can kind of want his offense.
Coach, last time I saw you was at the SoCon tournament. So, how's the transition been from the SoCon to the ACC?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's some good players in both leagues, but in this one, you need really, really good ones to make you look like a really good basketball coach. I think the transition, obviously last year, I had been in this league before during my time at Virginia Tech. It had changed so much. Right? Coaching changes, the additions of the Stanfords, Cal, SMU, playing a lot of people once, not many people twice. Obviously, Georgia Tech was really it until we got to the tournament. So I just feel like we got our feet up underneath us and have a lot better feel of what it takes to win in this league. And then we also had an off-season to add to the group that we had put together a year ago. So it's a really good conference. You can't take a night off, but you better bring some of these with you to have a fighting chance.
You've been known as one of the team's best defensive players. You have a lot down defender. How has that helped your offensive game now going into your season?
Yeah, I feel like he can always driven me on the offensive side. I love him in the field. I love him in the rebound. And so I just feel like that really drives me with pressure moment. So I feel like he can't have offensive side. And so just getting those stops really anxiety to go get some stops. But yeah, defense is my go-to.
Don't let her lose.
And that's why I asked, how is that feeding into the offense? Sean, huge strides in your first year. What does year two look like as far as the goals? What can we just that continued growth?
Yeah, I mean, we were very competitive here, though. But still, they were 14 and 17. That's not what our goal is. So their expectations are just not always going on. But not very patient. I think for us, it's one on ourselves as coaches and how to get over the hump. The reality is, really 5 possessions away from having a 20-minute year. We go back and NC State, North Carolina, Louisville, and over. I mean, it's just on and on, right? So that's where the focus is. We head into the summer. Little things go a long way. How we started games and how we finished, that's definitely where that is definitely way out in front of us. But for now, it's just get better daily, one day at a time, and take it just straight up that way and put themselves in the conversation of what their goals are.
Mia, last season, you nearly doubled your threes made. You increased your shooting percentage to over 40%. What do you attribute that big jump that you're in?
It just goes back to I just have to have like I came from the I wasn't really a good 3-point threat. But I got here, spent countless hours in the gym, just trying to figure out what was wrong with my shot and finally figured it out. Just those reps, you maybe here and there, just trying to keep going over the same thing. So yeah, we finally figured it out. I just have to live with my grade. That just goes to show that this type of comes back again.
It sounds like Sean felt right to give your shot as well. Demira, what does it mean to you to know that your last year, this ACC tournament's going to be in your backyard? What does it mean to you to go home with that?
It's really exciting because I have a lot of support at home. So just knowing that I can really like my
There might be some fight. You look at our roster, there's a lot in that backyard. Yeah. A lot of hope, there's a lot of fans on the side.
Sean, this past weekend, I noticed there was a clip that you put out on social media of something, and you used the term pretty basketball. Can you describe the clip and what that means to you, pretty basketball?
Yeah, you know, I feel like in 2025, in today's time, there's a lot of one-on-one basketball. A lot of watching one person dribble, not a ton of movement. And we kind of, our style and our belief is the complete opposite of that, right? We're all going to touch it, we're all going to share it, we're going to space. Every movement we have is for each other. If I'm making a cut and I may not get it, but I open up the next one. And so for that one, it was a practice clip, and it just kind of dawned on me. We went sides of the floor, all five touched it. We played inside out, and then ultimately, when the shot goes up, if you can note, like, we're all celebrating, right? Because it doesn't matter that Mia makes a shot or Dee makes a good post move. We celebrate one another. As long as Clemson women's basketball is successful, you know, that's kind of the culture we're trying to establish. But that's not only in the locker room; it's our style of play. And I had a speaking engagement just this last week, and like people ask, "What's your style?" Well, hopefully our culture is our style, right, and vice versa. And so, to me, that's the purest form of basketball. It's a lot of fun to watch. But I also think that our fan base feels that. That's why with the growth that we've had in just a short time of, you know, the Clemson family really hopping on you know, the young women we got in the locker room.
Mia, give us the scouting report on Demira.
She's the Hulk. Like, she makes it so much more easier on the offensive side. Like, I'm coming down, I see her, she's like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm giving it to her. Like, she can go to work on anybody. She's tough, she's physical, she's skilled. Like, she's the post player that you want to have on your team down low.
Miss Hulk. A lot of newcomers on your team. Who's the one player that maybe we don't know about yet that you think a couple of weeks in everyone's going to be talking about?
Molee has been doing so good recently in practice and everything. She's really found like her spot, and her touch is insane. So like, if you even let her see the rim, she's gonna get it in there.
Sean, obviously this is your second trip through the ACC, so you're very well aware of the coaches. But what makes this league so special when it comes to the coaches?
Yeah, well, they do a really good job recruiting great players. But no, it's they're always playing chess. You know, sometimes you get out there and it feels like checkers, right? It's just a simple move here or there. You can't relax, right? The amount of adjustments that they're making, allowing players to play, like that's another piece, right? Like there's so much talent, but it's not being, you know, it's let them be players. And so, you know, I think that freedom, along with how many adjustments that are being made throughout a game, let alone trying to prepare for what are they going to try to do beforehand. So, you know, it's an unbelievably coached league. with really good players, and when you mesh those two together, it makes it a nightmare night in and night out.
So this is the last question. It's for all three of you. Demira, we'll start with you, and it's a one-word answer. When I say the term ACC women's basketball, what does that mean to you?
Tenacious.
Driven.
Historic.
Clemson women's basketball, thank you so much for joining us today. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.